Let's talk about how to hold the Trustbaton. It's a very simple grip by placing it in the human hand and getting a good firm grip on it. The human thumb will rest on the very top portion of the Trustbaton, allowing the bottom portion to protrude out under the hand. This is needed so that in a downward strike, maximum impact will be used and all the energy is delivered. Now that you have the grip of your Trustbaton, let's talk about points of impact. The points of impact we're looking at is the human eye, the side of the neck, the throat, the sternum, ribs, and even the arms. It looks a little something like this. With a good firm grip, the side of the neck, the eye, the throat, the sternum, the ribs, and even the arms can be utilized to impact. Take a few moments and practice this. Now that you have the striking down, let's talk about using the keys and the ring as a weapon also. The areas of impact we're going to look at is the facial region as well as the throat. In reference to the thumb placement, you want to move the thumb to where it's actually on the side of the Trustbaton. This does two things. Gives you just a little tiny bit more distance, but also allows your wrist to flex as needed. It looks a little something like this. Good firm grip. Give that first strike, that impact, and then come back to slap the face. It's a very simple move, but you're going to need some time. Take a few moments to practice it. Now that you have the strikes, both in a downward motion and a slinging motion, let's talk about the steel tip that protrudes out in your Trustbaton. It's designed, once penetrating through the human flesh and crushing the bone, not to be pulled out, but to actually pull towards you in a downward motion. This causes more damage to the assailant that's attacking you and leaves more DNA on the tip for the officer to recover and send off to the crime lab. So it looks a little something like this. That good firm grip. Every time that puncture is made, don't pull it out. Rip and pull towards you. Again, this is causing more surface damage to his body. We don't like pain, and we have a tendency of moving away from pain, which is what you want if you're defending yourself using this Trustbaton. Take a few moments to practice this. You're going to need it. Now we're going to talk about using multiple strikes. It's commonly known as combinations. We're going to use our Trustbaton to strike, the keys for a secondary strike, and our elbow. It looks a little something like this. Get that good firm grip. That first strike, wherever it's at, pull in downward motion to you. From here, I want to follow through with elbow. My keys, as I go to get distance and back off, are used to slap. The number of times depends on what's going on, what your attacker's doing, and what you're able to do. Take a few minutes to practice. Last thing to talk about is your off hand, or commonly known as your support hand. Doesn't matter if I'm in a downward strike or I'm swinging. My hand needs to stay up to protect my face at all times. Literally staying up. It should never be hanging down on my side or in my pocket. Keep it up to protect yourself, no matter what you're using. Take a few minutes to practice those swings and angles, and keep that off hand up to protect yourself. He has the ability to hit you too.